As you know, we have completed PT, Pythagoras theorem, and converse of Pythagoras theorem. First, I want to ask you one important question. Have you any types of problem in these two theorems, Pythagoras and converse of Pythagoras? Please, please reply. If you have any types of problem to understand these two theorems, then reply please. No problem at all. Everyone understood these two theorems, Pythagoras and converse of Pythagoras. Okay, so we should go in application. Now, this is my special request. Please open your book. Go in exercise 6.5. Okay, from today we are starting the exercise. So, this is my special request. Everybody should open their book related to the theorem or the major concept. Today, you should open the exercise 6.5. Exercise 6.5. Exercise 6.5. First question in this exercise, sides of triangles are given below. Determine which of them are right triangles. In case of right triangle, write the length of its hypotenuse. What is its meaning? Its meaning is the question is trying to test the students. Now students are able to understand the Pythagoras or converse of Pythagoras or not. Okay. So sides of the triangle given here, sides of the triangle given, according to your major concept, you should judge, okay, which set of side related to right triangle, okay. If your selection, your answer is right triangle, yes, this set of side is saying about right triangle, then select the hypotenuse, okay. Then select the hypotenuse. This is the style of the question. So, first set, we are starting. First set of sides 7 cm, 24 cm, and 25 cm. Okay. First set of sides, three sides given here 7 cm, 24 cm, and 25 cm. And question is asking what? Determine which of them are right triangles. Determine these sides are related to right triangle or not. How we can determine? Because we have two major concepts. One is Pythagoras theorem, another is converse of Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? In a right angle triangle, square of hypotenuse equal to the sum of the square of another two sides of the same triangle. And what is converse? Converse is in any one triangle, square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides, then, then we want to say that the opposite angle of the longest side is right angle. Okay, that is the converse of Pythagoras. So by the help of these two major statements, we are trying square of 7. Square of 7 equal to 49. Square of 24 equal to, I am thinking, 576. Am I right or not? You should take your operation. Square of 25 equal to 625. Okay, am I right? Am I right, student? You should take the fundamental operation also because I am not responsible for this. मशीन बूढ़ा हो गया है. Square of 7 that is called 49. Square of 24 equal to 526. Square of 25 equal to 625. Now I am thinking about this. 625 equal to, I am thinking 576 plus 49. Okay, or 625 equal to, okay, add these two together. 9 plus 6 equal to 15. 1, 5, 7, 12, 1. and 516. So 625 equal to 625. Okay, in this case, we are thinking square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides. A square of one side, how we can read this question? A square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides. Okay, what is given in converse of Pythagoras in any one triangle? It means if three sides are given, then you can judge according to the second, I mean converse of Pythagoras. If a square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides, then the sides are related to right angle triangle. Okay, and opposite angle of the longest side is 90 degrees. Okay, opposite angle of the longest side is 90 degrees. So by the converse of Pythagoras, we can say these sides are related to right angle triangle. Okay, okay, okay. You can write the statement also. Since a square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides, so opposite angle of the longest side is right angle, so that the sides are given related to right angle. Understood, everyone? Okay, all students related to this class. Okay, our teacher also, a good teacher also, because you have the best technique in mathematics. So you should think yourself, please, and help me always. Okay, okay. How you can think? What is first question? First question is three sides are given related to the triangle. Three sides are given. Okay, okay. We should go in converse of Pythagoras because converse of that is given. Square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two sides. Okay, then the opposite angle of longest is a right angle. So that these sides are related to a right angle triangle. Understood? Can you write the statement yourself? Everyone, can you write the statement yourself? Okay, have you learned these two statements, Pythagoras and converse of Pythagoras? Okay. Don't be lazy. You should learn something. You should learn something. You must be creative always because you have great responsibility for your future. Okay? Be responsible, everyone. Now, second types of question here. This is the first type of question. Question number one from exercise 6.5. Four questions given here. I mean, four sets of sides are given here. You should do in this way. Okay? Writing the statement that in declare. Now, question number two. Question number. Are you unable to understand? Okay. No. In triangle, PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. PQR is a triangle, a right angle at P. The question is saying, what? PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. Okay. Question is saying right angle at P. It means in a triangle, one angle is right angle. So we should draw right angle. We should draw right angle triangle, student. Very good. Right angle triangle. This is the rough diagram. This is a right angle triangle because question is saying right angle at P. Right angle. And name of triangle is PQR. In this way, we can complete the diagram. From this statement, okay, from this statement, we can draw the diagram. That is best idea of the student. So you should mind seriously. And M is a point on QR. M is a point on QR. Suppose that this is a point. M is a point on QR. M is a point lies on QR. That is its meaning. M is a point lies on QR. Okay. Okay, such that PM perpendicular on QR. PM perpendicular on QR, student. M is a point lies on QR such that PM perpendicular on QR. Okay, PM perpendicular on QR. Very good. So that PM square equal to Then show that PM square equal to QM into MR. QM into MR. Now you should think about this question. What is the question? Which type of question this is? Which type of question this is? The question is related to theorem 6.7. What is 6.7? What is 6.7? After drawing a perpendicular in a right angle triangle from right vertex on the hypotenuse, the triangle divided into two right triangle, okay? Automatically, the triangle divided into two right angled triangles, they are similar to each other. One triangle is similar to the original right angle triangle. Second triangle is also similar to the original right angle triangle, okay? Understood? Very good. Nice one. Student, so this question is related to the major concept given by Pythagoras. The major concept given by Pythagoras was there is a right angle triangle. Okay, one vertex is right angled. Okay, after drawing the perpendicular from right vertex on its opposite side, what is its opposite side? If in a triangle one angle is given right angle, then its opposite side is hypotenuse. It means after drawing the perpendicular from right vertex on its hypotenuse, the triangle divided into two another right angled triangle. This is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle also. So Pythagoras said these two triangles are similar. These two triangles are similar. This triangle is similar to original one. The second triangle is similar to the original one also. Okay, this is the major concept given by the help of this concept. Okay, okay, by the help of this concept, we prove Pythagoras and converse of Pythagoras. So this statement you should learn heartily. This concept you should learn heartily. Okay. So this question is related to 6.7. Statement given in 6.7. Now PM square equal to QM into M. Now recall this question. This is a right angle triangle. PQR is a right angle triangle, right angle that P. PM is perpendicular on QR. PM is perpendicular on QR. And you want to prove PM square equal to QM into PM. PM this. QM MR. This is QM. This is M. It means these two triangles are similar according to a statement. Okay, according to a statement 6.7, these two triangles are similar. Okay, you can write this statement also. You can write this statement also. First, write this statement. What after done? Perpendicular from right vertex to hypotenuse, the triangle divided into two right angle triangles. They are similar to each other. They are similar to each other. Okay, understood? By the help of this statement, you should write the name of the triangle here. How you can write the name of the triangle? If you are writing triangle PQM in triangle PQM. Oh, sorry, don't write in triangle PQM. Triangle PQM only. Triangle PQM. Similar triangle PQM. PQM. Similar triangle PRM. Suppose that you are writing PRM. PQM, PQM, PRM. If you are writing the name of the triangle in this way, then mind, where do you want to go? If you are writing PM upon, if you are writing PM, then PM. So you can't prove this. You can't prove this. So you should change the name of the triangle here. How you can change the name of the triangle? You are writing PQM. Then you can write RMP, RMP, or PMR, PMR. Okay, PMQ, PMR. Okay, and after writing the name of the triangle, you should go the similarity criterion. If two triangles are similar, then their sides are proportional. Okay, and according to your requirement, you should write two ratio. Okay, two ratio, two ratio. After doing cross multiplication, you can go there. You can go there easily. No problem at all. If you know the Pythagoras and its converse. Understood? What is problem here? Problem is not serious. Problem is simple. How we can adjust the name of these triangles together? Because we know these two are similar. Okay. So adjustment of name of the triangle here, that is very important. So you should adjust the name of the triangle yourself. Then write two ratios here. Okay. Proportional, and after doing cross multiplication, you can go there easily. Okay. Okay. Final. This question is related to the major statement 6.7. What is this? After drawing a perpendicular from right vertex in a right angle triangle on its hypotenuse, the triangle divided into two right angle triangles. They are similar to each other. We know this. They are similar to each other. If they are similar, then how we can adjust the name of these two triangles? Okay, in this way. Okay, you should adjust the name of these two triangles, then write the ratio because their sides are proportional. If the triangles are similar, then you should do the cross multiply and go there. Okay, very simple then. You should do this sum in your homework. Today I am giving you my WhatsApp number. If you don't know, then write my WhatsApp number 88 73 11 70 54. This is my WhatsApp number. 8873117054. Okay. Question number two. Question number two, you should write in your notebook. That is your homework. Okay. That is it. That is your homework. You should do this question yourself and give me your answer by the help of my WhatsApp number. Now question number 3 is related to question number 2. Diagram is given already. Question number 3 related to question number 2, related to major concept 6.7. Okay. Because BAD is a right angle, triangle right angle, that AC is perpendicular on hypotenuse BD in this way. Okay. First triangle is similar to the complete triangle. Second triangle is similar to complete triangle. These two triangles are similar to each other. Also, by the help of these three steps, you can solve these three given questions. Okay. So question number 2 and question number 3, they are in your homework. You should write. Now question number 4, we should discuss something. What is the relation of the question? Okay, question taken from which concept we should mind? Question number 4 is ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angled at C. ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles. ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angle at C. Suppose that this is C. ABC, if you are writing ABC, in this way you can complete the diagram. ABC is a right angle triangle, right angle at C, but the triangle is isosceles also. So this type of triangle is called isosceles right angled triangle. Isosceles, what? Isosceles right angled triangle. Okay. Prove that AB square equal to 2AC. AB square equal to 2AC square, student. You want to prove here AB square equal to 2AC. But in question, the diagram is given. ABC is a right angled triangle, right angled at C, but this is isosceles. It means AC equal to BC. Because the triangle is isosceles, what is its meaning? Triangle is isosceles. Its meaning is AC equal to BC according to this diagram. Okay? Angle C is right angle. Triangle ABC is right angle, triangle right angle that C, but this is isosceles. That means AC equal to BC. Understood? You want to prove AB square equal to 2A. Right angle given. So we should take help from Pythagoras. Okay, please go and demand the measure statement. Please go there and demand the measure statement. The square of hypotenuse equal to the sum of the square of another two sides of the same triangle. Okay. In right angled triangle BCA. In right angled triangle BCA angle C equal to 90 degree. Directly related. Okay, to Pythagoras now. Go in Pythagoras. Because this is your selection given point, angle C is 90. You should check the opposite side of right angle then. Opposite side of right angle. Opposite side of right angle. Opposite side of right angle is hypotenuse, so you should write AB square equal to BC square plus AC square. Why this is? Because square of hypotenuse equal to the sum of the square of another two sides. This is PT. This is PT. Pythagoras theorem. Now, AB square equal to, you can write AC square plus AC. Why you are writing AC square plus AC square instead of BC square plus AC square? Because we know that AC equal to BC. AC equal to BC. Okay. What? AC equal to BC. So we can write AC square plus AC square instead of BC square plus AC square. Now they are like terms. So you can write AB square equal to 2AC square. Okay. Hence proved. Hence proved. Hence proved, student. Okay. Very good. Now sum number 5. You should check only a relation of the question to the major statement. Now, question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC equal to BC. If AB square equal to 2AC square, prove that ABC is a right triangle. Okay? ABC is an isosceles. If you are drawing ABC, ABC triangle ABC, but isosceles. Suppose that this is triangle ABC. Okay, don't sure angle B is right angle. ABC is isosceles triangle. In this triangle AB equal to BC. That is given. ABC is isosceles triangle. AC equal to BC given. Okay. AC equal to BC given. AC equal to BC given. Erase this diagram. AC equal to BC given. So triangle is ACB. You can read it ABC. Triangle is given ACB. This is isosceles. It is declared by the sun AC equal to BC here. Okay. So given thing here in triangle ACB, in triangle ACB, AC equal to BC, AC equal to BC and AB square equal to 2AC square. AB square equal to 2AC square. It is given. Okay. Then to prove what? Prove that. Then to prove. What do you want to prove? Take the statement. Prove that ABC is a right triangle. It means you should write. You want to prove angle C equal to 90 degree. Okay, you should take the statement in your book. The book is in your hand, okay? Like me. To prove that ABC is a right triangle. What is its meaning? Because diagram completed by you. In this way, you should write to prove angle C equal to 90 degree. Understood? Very good. Now come in proof. You should go in proof now. Now, how you will go in proof? You know better. Okay? Okay? You should take help from converse of Pythagoras. Since what? AB square equal to 2AC square. AB square equal to 2AC square. You can write this. AB square equal to AC square plus AC square. Okay? 2AC square. It means AC square plus AC square. You want to go to Pythagoras or converse of Pythagoras. So you should adjust, readjustment of the given statement here in this way. Understood? Now think the first given point. AC equal to BC. AC equal to BC. Now you can readjustment it. AB square equal to AC equal to BC. So you should write AC square plus BC square. You are writing here AC square plus BC square instead of AC square plus AC square. Hello? Now you are thinking, you should think about the converse. In any triangle, a square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another side. How I am reading this statement? How I am reading this statement, student? In the triangle, a square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two side. I am reading this statement. AB square equal to AC square plus BC square. So you should read given statement in this way. In the given triangle, square of one side equal to the square of another two side. Okay, that is showing the relation. Converse of Pythagoras. Converse of Pythagoras. So, by the help of converse of Pythagoras, you can write the statement also. The triangle is right angle. The triangle is right angle. So opposite side of longest, opposite angle of the longest side is a right angle. So that angle C equal to 90 degree. We can write directly after writing the statement converse of Pythagoras. After writing the statement converse of Pythagoras, we can write the answer directly because we are seeing here square of one side equal to the sum of the square of another two side. So opposite angle of longest side is 90 degree. Okay? Proof. This was to be proved. Understood everyone? In this way, you can apply your concept here. That is called application. That is called application. Now, some number, I am thinking 6. ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. Equilateral triangle now, recall your previous concept. ABC. ABC is an equilateral triangle. You should take your in your hand and read the question. ABC is an equilateral triangle. ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. Of side 2A. It means measurement of each side in the same triangle is 2A. What is 2A? 2A is the unit measuring unit here. This is the measuring unit given by the sum for the equilateral triangle. Triangle is given equilateral and measuring unit is given 2A. So ABC is an equilateral triangle. Its sides are 2A, 2A, 2A. Okay, understood? Find each of its altitude. Now find each of its altitude. Each of its altitude. Its altitude. Altitudes. Find each of its altitudes. Now you should mind this word altitude. Altitudes. What do you mean by altitude? Perpendicular drawn by us from our text on its opposite side. Perpendicular. The perpendicular from our text on its opposite side, that is altitude. Question is asking each of its altitude. It means 3 altitude we can draw here. One altitude from first vertex A, another altitude from second vertex B, another altitude from third vertex C. Understood? In this way, we can draw 3 altitudes here. Now, we should think about the length of these 3 altitudes because the triangle is equilateral. So, length of its altitudes are equal. Okay? Since the triangle is equilateral, so length of its altitudes, they are equal. No doubt in it. No doubt in it, student. Okay. So we should draw a single altitude, and according to single altitude, we can say length of altitudes are equal. This. Okay. Very good. Now, this is the given question. According to given statement, we should draw the diagram in this way. Okay. Now we should draw an altitude, a single altitude, student. Don't draw 3 altitudes. That is AM. That is AM. AM, perpendicular on BC. Now AM is the altitude. Now don't draw BN. No, don't draw CK. Okay. Okay. After finding the length of AM, we can say length of its all altitudes, that is the same because the triangle is equilateral. Understood? Now given. You should write here given. How you can write the given? In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. AB equal to BC equal to AC equal to 2A. AB equal to BC equal to AC equal to 2A. Okay. AM perpendicular on BC. AM perpendicular on BC. Now recall that major statement from geometry taken by you from standard 9. Okay. After drawing the altitude in an equilateral triangle from any vertex, the triangle divided into two triangles, they are equilateral. Oh, they are congruent. Okay. Okay. If we draw the perpendicular from one vertex in an equilateral triangle, the triangle divided into two congruent triangles, then, okay, understood? Understood, everyone? Please recall. Recall this statement given in standard 9. In an equilateral triangle, you are going to draw an altitude from any vertex and dividing the given triangle into two congruent triangles. Understood? So AM perpendicular on BC here. Now, to find, what do you want to find? To find what? AM. To find AM. I mean, length of AM. You want to find length of AM. Okay? Okay? Now come in finding. Come in finding, everyone. देखो बदमाशी नहीं करते अच्छे बच्चे. Come in finding. मैं देख रहा हूं कौन बदमाशी कर रहा है. पकौड़ा बन रहा, बनने दो. पहले पढ़ाई करो फिर खाओ. Finding. Come in finding. Okay. Triangle ABM. Congruent. Triangle ACM. Triangle ABM congruent to triangle ACM. How? Because ABC is equilateral triangle, AM is an altitude. After drawing a perpendicular in an equilateral triangle, triangle divided into two congruent triangle, you can prove also. Okay, you can prove also. They are congruent, but you should take help from the major statement here. These two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, then please recall CP. What? भूल गया. CP MD. No. CP CPCT. CPCT. By the help of CPCT, you can say BM equal to CM by CPCT, so that BM equal to CM equal to A. Because BC is 2A. Now 2A divided into two equal parts. So BM is A and CM is A. Because BM plus CM equal to A plus A equal to 2A. Understood? Okay. Now, come in any one right angle triangle. Now, in right angled triangle AMB. In right angled triangle AMB, angle M equal to 90 degree. Now you should go to Pythagoras. Now you should go to Pythagoras, student. Square of hypotenuse equal to the sum of the hypotenuse. Two sides. AMB is a right angle triangle. Okay. Okay. We should recall Pythagoras. So AB square equal to BM square plus AM square. Okay. Okay. This is the statement taken from Pythagoras. Now AB is 2A. So a square of 2A is 4A square. A square of 2A is 4A square equal to BM is A. So a square of A is A square plus AM square. AM is nothing. Okay. Now you can simplify 4A square minus A square equal to AM square. 4A square minus A square equal to AM square, so that AM square equal to 3A square. Here AM square equal to 3A square, or AM equal to under root 3A. AM equal to under root 3A. Understood? The length of the altitude in an equilateral triangle having side 2a will be under root 3a. If measurement is given 2a, then its length will be under root 3a. Understood? Understood, everyone? Very good. Now we should go in question number 7. Question number 7. Come in, please. थोड़ा बीमार हो गया हूं, मत घबराइए. Now question number 7. Please take your book. Prove that the sum of the square of side of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. Prove that the sum of the square of the side of a rhombus. Prove that sum of the square of the side of the rhombus. What is the here? Is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. The question is related to rhombus. Okay? So we should draw a rhombus. और मोटा बनाना चाहिए. We should draw मोटा diagram. Okay, the question is related to rhombus. And the question is asking, prove that the square of the side of the rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. Okay. ABCD is a rhombus. AC is its diagonal. BD is its diagonal. They are intersecting each other at a point O. Understood? What is this? ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. AC and BD are its diagonal. And the question is asking, what? Prove that. Prove that. What prove that? The sum of the square of the side of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonals. Okay. Now check again. ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus here. AC and BD are its diagonal. And the statement is saying, prove that the sum of the square of the side of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. This is the question. Okay. So we should write the given statement. Given item. ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. Don't go wrong. Rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. To prove, what do you want to prove? To prove what? The sum of the square of the side of a rhombus. The sum of the square of a side of the rhombus. It means AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square equal to AC square plus BD square. Okay? AC square plus BD square. AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square equal to AC square plus BD square you want to prove. Okay? What is the statement? Prove that the sum of the square of the side of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonals. Okay. Now, we should mind what is rhombus. Rhombus is the special parallelogram having all sides are equal in length. Or rhombus is a special parallelogram having one pair of adjacent sides are equal. Understood? So this is rhombus. Okay? Understood? Understood, everyone? Now you know that. You know that about the property of the rhombus. A special property of rhombus is diagonal bisect each other at right angle. In a rhombus, diagonal bisect each other at right angle. Okay? Diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Okay? Now come in proof. Come in proof, everyone. And write this statement. We know that diagonals bisect each other at right angle. You should write here. Write, everyone. Okay? Take your pen, open your notebook and write the statement. Since diagonal bisect each other at right angle. What? Since diagonal bisect each other at right angle. So that in right angled triangle AOB, in right angled triangle AOB, angle O equal to 90 degree. Angle O equal to 90 degree. Why? Because diagonals bisect each other at right angle. You know better about this. Okay. Now use Pythagoras. AB square equal to AOA square plus BOA square. This is Pythagoras theorem. Okay. AB square equal to AOA square plus BOA. AB square equal to AOA square plus BOA square. But you should mind your requirement. What is your requirement? AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square equal to AC square plus BD square. AO and BO. These are not your requirement. AO and BO. These are not your requirement, student. So we should change AO and BO in the term of AC and BD. Okay. As you know, AO and BO. These two are not your requirement. You want to go towards AC and BD. So you should change AO and BO in the term of AC and BD. Now, how you can change? Think AB square equal to AO is half of AC. What is AO then? Sir, AO is half of AC. AO is half of AC because these two diagonal bisect each other. Understood? So you should write half AC instead of AO. You should write here half AC instead of AO plus instead of BO. You should write half BD. Understood? Understood, everyone? Now you can solve. Simplify it. AB square equal to AC square upon 2 to the 4 plus BD square upon 2 to the 4. Understood? AB square equal to AC square upon 4 plus BD square upon 4. Okay. They are the fraction having same denominator. So after cross multiply, you can write 4AB square equal to AC square plus BD square. This is equation number 1. Understood, everyone? This is equation number 1. How we can get equation number 1? From this right angle triangle AOB, we should use Pythagoras. After using Pythagoras, हमें खरीदना था AC, खरीद लिया AO. कैसे चेंज होगा AO AC में? Please call the mechanic. After calling the mechanic, you can write half AC plus half BD. Okay. Now these two fractions having same denominator. Okay. Now these two fractions having same denominator. What is your name, Chotu? Ayush. Okay, Mr. Ayush, present here with a glass of cold water. Very good. Okay, now student, this is the first equation. 4AB square equal to AC square plus BD square. In this way, we can prove for this triangle, that triangle and this triangle also. Similarly, now you should write similarly. Now you should write similarly. Okay, similarly. Okay, similarly, we can prove. Similarly, we can prove what we can prove. 4ab square. Then we can write 4bc square equal to ac square plus bd square. Okay, this is equation second. Now 4cd square. 4cd square equal to ac square plus bd square. Equation number 3. Then 4ad square. 4ad square equal to ac square plus bd square, equation number 4. In this way, you can get equation 1, 2, 3, then 4. Then don't make a source. Allah mat karo. Now, after adding above equation, you should write. After adding above equation, you should write. After adding above equation. Don't follow this board. After adding above equation, you should write. After adding the above, after adding the above equations, okay, this is the mantra. How you can add 4ab square, 4bc square, 4cd square, 4ad square. By taking common 4, you can write ab square plus bc square plus cd square plus ad square. Okay? Okay? ab square plus bc square plus cd square plus ad square after taking common 4. After taking common 4. Now, take the RHS. AC square plus BD square, AC square plus BD square, AC square plus BD square, AC square plus BD square. All are equal. So 4AC and 4BD. 4AC and 4BD. So we should take common 4 also and write here AC square plus BD square. Understood? Now 4. Cancelled by 4. In this way, you can write AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square equal to AC square plus BD square. Okay, this was to be proved. In this way, you can say in a rhombus, the sum of the square of the side is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. That is the special property proved by us today related to rhombus. Understood, student? Okay, thank you. Okay, things about this statement. This is the major statement related to rhombus. What? Sum of the square of the side of the rhombus equal to sum of the square of its diagonal. Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you.